Good morning. This is day 2 of cycle 2. I have my medicine. I have my water. Oh, okay. So it chimed this morning at 9 o'clock. So it did do that. And I'm not sure if the light came on at 8. When I woke up, I looked for the light and I didn't see the light. But it did chime at 9 o'clock. So I do know that that works. The notifications are back on. The light did start blinking at 8 o'clock this morning. It is official. The notifications are definitely back on the way it's supposed to be. Try this again. Good morning. This is an update on how I've been feeling this week. So this is the weekly update. So as always, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I felt good. I had energy. I got up. I did things. I cooked dinner, took care of the house. I didn't go outside per se, but I had energy. I did not move my bowels, I think, Friday and Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I didn't have any urge to, nothing, nothing. No bowel movement at all. Sunday came, and about 5 something in the morning, I woke up, about 5:30. I woke up and I felt tiny bit nauseous, so I took the Zofran medication and I went back to sleep. So basically that whole day I didn't feel nauseous. I was weak. I was in bed. I was weak. I did feel a little different that day, but it was no real nauseousness. Later on that evening, I started to feel nauseous, and I wind up, just laying in bed, keeping still and everything, because I know it's going to pass. Later on in the evening, my stomach started hurting, and I had to use the bathroom, but nothing really came out. So Monday, I felt nauseous basically all day, and I had to use the bathroom a lot. My stomach hurt. I had to move my bowels. It was very extremely painful, to the point where I had to have somebody with me, because it felt like it was putting a strain, just the pain itself felt like it was putting a strain on my heart, because even though I was trying to stay calm, I wasn't pushing hard. I was barely pushing anything. I was trying to let it flow through normally, because I know that if I start pushing, because it hurts, if I start pushing, the stress of it all is going to be a lot on my body. So if I didn't learn anything from COVID, I learned that when I have to move my bowels, not to push, not to strain, because that would just make my body act in worse ways. So I wasn't straining. I was trying not to panic. I was in an extreme amount of pain to where I was moaning, I was calling out, but I was still trying to stay calm. It moved, but it was slowly moving, and enough of it came out where my stomach stopped hurting. So then I would go and lay back down, and then I would say maybe an hour or maybe 2 hours later, it was back to the same thing. Now, each time that I went to the bathroom, the bowel movement changed from hard to soft. So each time, it's like if there's a blockage or whatever, that first one was the blockage. So basically it was extreme pain, and then a little bit less pain, and then a little bit less pain, and a little softer bowel movements. So it wound up being a big, gigantic bowel movement late at night. That later on in the evening, but it was soft, and once it was gone, I didn't have any more pain for that night. And then there's today. Today so far, I think I had to move my bowels twice, and it does hurt, but it does not hurt as bad as it hurt yesterday. I want to let you know how this whole thing is affecting my body. My bowel movements are slowly coming out, but I think that the first 3 days, it doesn't do anything to my good days. So I think that this is what makes me sick. I think that something with the bowel movements is making my stomach nauseous. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I do see a pattern of this happening every week, because last week and the first week that I really had problems, it was the same thing. I had to, move my bowels, and it hurt really bad. So I'm going to address this when I go to oncology and let them know what's going on. But I think that this is just part of the routine that my body is going to go through. So, I just want to make sure I let you guys know what I'm experiencing, so that if you experience it, you pretty much know that it's routine, it's regular, and I'll let you know what the doctor says when I do speak to them about the situation. So yeah, I think the rest of the day, I'm probably going to be back and forth in the bathroom, back and forth. So like I said, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday is basically my not so great days. And then Wednesday, I'm okay, just ready for the next treatment day. You know what I mean? I don't know if that made any sense, but I know what I'm trying to say. Lately, I've been trying to put 1 in here, and it winds up coming out 3. You can see that. That's there. Good morning. This is day 7 of cycle 2. Today I have a doctor's appointment with my primary care doctor. I'm going to really have to speak with him about maybe getting some different stool softeners, because my stomach still hurts. I still have to go to the bathroom early this morning in a lot of pain. I don't know if I said this before, like yesterday or whatever, but it's very painful. What's going on with my stomach is very painful. It's very painful. And I'm trying to relax and stay cool and, not panic. But, I'm making it through, but we're going to have to see if there's something that can be done to make it better, because it's very painful. So I'm going to talk with my doctor. I also want to speak with him about something I can take to bring the nutrients back up. Like, my white blood count is either my white or my red. I can't remember. I always do that. I think it's my white blood count. It's going down, and the more it goes down, the more it's susceptible to infections and colds and everything. I'm more vulnerable. I'm not able to fight off like a regular cold or something as I would if my blood count was higher, normal. So I want to see if there's something that I could take that would bring it back up while it's being brought down. Something, I won't say to counteract, but there's something to replenish during the week for my next treatment, which my next treatment is tomorrow. But basically on a regular basis, after I take the treatment and my blood count goes down, if there's something that I could take for the rest of the week that will replenish it and bring it back up. So I'm gonna ask the doctor about that as well. See you tomorrow. Did you see that?